A new way to travel to Florida. With fares starting at just $99, you can fly non-stop from Worcester Regional Airport to both Punta Gorda, Fort Myers, and Orlando, Sanford, Florida. Enjoy Orlando's world-famous attractions and Florida's vibrant West Coast. And with Direct Air's next-generation aircraft featuring a plasma TV and entertainment center in every seat, getting there is half the fun. For more information on Direct Air's low fares and non-stop flights to Florida, call 877-432-DIRECT or book online at visitdirectair.com.
Welcome back, and now for our style and fashion segment, we have the famous Karon Shea, who owns Karon Shea's modeling agency. How are you, Karon?
I'm good, Christina. How are you?
Now, you were just telling me something before that how long have you had your agency? How long have you been a model search agency?
Modeling agency for celebrating our 29th year. We actually started with La Femina Modeling School and then, of course, went into the agency too. So we have both. And acting workshops and so forth at the agency.
I know my daughter's taken one of your modeling / etiquette. I love it. She talks about it all the time. But today, you know, with the economy being what it is, even though the styles do end up coming from the runways in pret-a-porter in Europe, how do we translate them into our everyday wardrobe without spending a lot of money, but looking newer and looking, you know, more stylish?
That's a good question. Because of the economy, we are very, very careful. But what I always suggest is start with what you have. And then open up that closet, which you know is full, and then you say to me, I have nothing to wear. That's because you haven't taken it apart. So we suggest that you start with your staple colors, your black, your brown, your navy, and then you work. Because when you go into a store, it's so confusing. You have all this money, or some money today, and you think, where am I going to spend it? Where am I going to get my dollar's worth? And you have to be conservative. So think about signature pieces, scarves, look at yourself, belts, accessories will complete the outfit. So take last year, make it this year by adding signature pieces to it.
That's a great idea. And another thing also is, if you're wearing, let's say, a black suit and you're a businesswoman or a professional or just everyday woman, you can change your suit by changing your top, and then you're not spending a lot of money as well, but you're refreshing the look.
You can take a typical suit, and a typical suit is something that you really want to get all of your wear out of it. So your jacket can be worn with your pants. I suggest at least 3 different lengths of skirts, and that would mean your fun skirt for when you're going out at night is obviously going to be shorter, worn with the tights. You're not going to do that at work in a professional business. And then you're going to have a more conservative style, and then maybe something longer. A conservative or wonderful pair of trousers, and then that jacket will be worn with everything. Then you can add a scarf. Then you can add a fabulous piece of chunky jewelry. Shop, look around, and you know what's also wonderful today is you can go to some vintage stores and purchase. Even some of your consignment stores today have amazing finds because people are not just giving it away, but they're taking it to a consignment store where you can purchase it.
One of my favorite consignment stores is on Highland Street, Unique Boutique with Friend.
Unique Boutique is wonderful because they really search and they only pick unique pieces. So it might be a fabulous pin. But I was in there recently and looking for an envelope clutch bag. Those are finds. That will change your wardrobe immediately and make it into a different color. So we don't always have to completely coordinate. Be funky, have fun with it. Add something fun in a new pair of shoes, and maybe those are in plaid. And then take a handbag in a complete unique color. Something different. So be not conservative anymore. Have fun with fashion and intermix it and play with it.
Yeah, that's a great idea. And I always say that women should just step out. And when are you going to do it? You know, do it now. Do it whatever age you are. Just step out in whatever your fashion is and be proud and look good. Now, you know, shoes are one of my favorites. So. Like, they're still showing those high heels. I mean, I have the highest, I mean, the taller the better for me, because, you know, I've always wanted to be a runway model, but at 5'3", you really couldn't be. But the high shoes are still in.
They're in, and here again, it depends on what you're wearing. There are times you can't wear it. There's times it's not going to work. And I also want to make sure that, you know, when you want to elongate yourself, you want to make yourself look taller. Well, you've done that today. So if you're keeping the black skirt and you keep it with a black pair of tights or a sheer pair of pantyhose and a black shoe, that's going to obviously make you look taller. So you don't want to chop up colors. So if I put on an off-white pair of pantyhose, which we do not do anymore, so if anybody's doing that still,
no off-white. Okay, you heard it here. No no off-white
not at all.
pantyhose.
So it's all sheer, or it is into that sheer black, into the, of course, tights, which are perfect for this time of the year. And just making sure that you keep that fabulous elongated look. And here again, if you're going to wear a belt, once again, if you want it longer, keep it in the same color as your skirt. Don't chop it up, because that will cut you in half and make you look shorter and wider.
It sounds like common sense, but you're right. There's a lot of women who just don't know that. But I do have a question that I bet all our viewers are questioning. Now that we have that wonderful theater, and soon we're going to talk about the Hanover and the Vibes Inn, and also the Foothills Theater and everything, Music Worcester. I've been going to the theater maybe once a week. Now, how do you dress for the theater?
It's the theater. You dress for the theater. We are not talking of going to the, and I'm saying the DCU Center has wonderful groups. That's where you wear your jeans and so forth. But to the theater, you wear what you should be doing is not wearing your jeans to the theater. And I know, unless you're attending something like the Saw Doctors, I mean, you're going to wear your jeans there. But if you're going to see the ballet, and we are having the ballet coming, you are not, and shouldn't be, arriving in your jeans and your leather jacket.
I feel exactly the same way, even though everybody can do whatever they want. But why not? We have the new Broadway theater in the Worcester County, and so why not dress up? And I find it really amazing that people look like they just went running in the street and come with with their sneakers on and all. And I feel that it's time for us to really raise our own personal image in order for us to be able to take advantage of some of these venues. And I agree with you on that too.
Well, also with your children. I mean, I think you have to start it at home. So if you're taking your children to the theater, you remind them that they are not wearing their jeans, they're not wearing their sneakers. And I've been recently with my granddaughter, and it was just wonderful to see her with her ticket, and she was dressed up, not overly dressed, and the young boys walking in their just nice little shirts and little khaki pants, but they were dressed proper. And not to be conservative, but it is the theater. And yet, if I'm going to go to an oldie show, I'm going to wear something, once again, I'm not going to wear jeans. I'm going to maybe wear the leather jacket with a neat pair of trousers and some fun jewelry. But it is dressing.
That's a great point. And then another question I want to bring up is the length of the skirt. I mean, my personal feeling is mini skirt is never ever going to go away. But let's talk about, should women feel comfortable wearing, shorter skirts if they feel like it?
Well, let's talk about that for a moment. The shorter the skirt, of course, the better that leg better be. So no, not everybody should be wearing that skirt. And sometimes we don't look at it at a 3-angle mirror, and maybe we should be looking to lower it or higher. If you have great legs, and you've got great legs, so why wouldn't you? But here again, it depends on where you're going. And if you're going to the theater, yes, of course. And if you have the legs for it, but so many women really need to bring it to the knee, because this part of the knee is where everything starts to change, and we have to be real careful with showing that part of the leg.
That's a good point. We loved having you on here. Again, Karon Shea, and you're in the New Canal District, which you're a pioneer of that area.
65 Water Street. I love it.
Thank you so much, and we're going to be looking for the next style or etiquette or modeling classes.
Maybe we'll do a little fashion show here one day too.
I think that's a great thing. That's why we have City Vibes Metro. Thanks so much, and we're going to take a quick break.